An expert on the wonderful bubbly world of champagne. Please welcome Christine Prudhomme.
Hello, Dan.
Hello, Christine. We're going to talk bubblies with the bubbly Christine. And Christine, a word first of all, if you would, about the historical and architectural heritage of champagne houses. It's quite something.
Yes, it is. There's so many different styles in the way of producing champagne, and you have as much styles in the different buildings. So there's so many things to see. Even in the middle of Reims, if you want to walk around, of course, from the cathedral, and you always have to walk around with your nose up to the sky because there's so many things to see in the buildings out there.
There are certainly lots of things to see and some remarkable places to visit. And in the champagne houses, I'm told there's a tradition of hospitality that dates back into the 18th century?
Exactly, yes. Houses always been open to welcome visitors.
That might surprise people.
Yes, for sure. But this is really in, I would say, the champagne house DNA.
Oh, yes.
To be there to welcome, because we have our stories to talk about, our philosophy about making champagne. We're all different, but everybody can find what they want and what they came to see.
There's all these amazing champagne houses, effectively. When you come here, you have to do the tours and make the most of it. We're talking about, hospitality and history, architecture and champagne, and some fascinating things to see and some unforgettable events that you can help organize. Is that right?
Absolutely, yes. Everything could be, as we say in French, sur mesure.
Ah, yes, tailor-made.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's very interesting for the people who are really looking for something special to be organized. We can do it. So it could be a small dinner, a dinner of 500, 600 people with special grand chef as well.
Wow.
Lots of experience.
You like to mix up the gastronomy with the champagne, of course.
Of course.
Yes,
it goes together.
Yeah, it goes
it's
together.
A good blend.
Of course, come here for food and champagne. You've been hearing all along that everybody drinks champagne with everything and all the time. So if we can mix it with the best food while we're here, why not? So we can privatize as well to do special events, you're telling us. Now, I understand that each house has its own identity, its own history, its own story, its own experience to offer. But what are those in particular of the Champagne Pommery house then?
Well, first of all, it will be the style of the house, because we are in that sort of, I would say, Elizabethan style, which has nothing to do with the regular champagne style. It's a used house with lots of different spaces. As I said, you can have a dinner for about 800 people. Like you can be in a small private room for 12. You can organize your weddings, whatever. Everything's possible.
And I know that you have fantastic cellars.
Yes.
Can you tell us how many bottles do you have in storage?
Well, at the Pommery estate, there's about 25 million bottles stored in 18 kilometers of cellars.
18 kilometers?
Yes.
Talking about over 10 miles.
Yes.
Cellars. How do you keep stock of all this? How do you not get lost every day?
Well, I've been knowing the house for a long time, so maybe that helps me. But the thing is, of course, when we go through a visit, we don't show 18 kilometers of cellars. It will be something like at least 1 kilometer. But it's easy to walk around. Everything is well organized. And there's still room in our cellars anyway for bottles, so don't get worried. We can put more.
Yeah, we have millions of bottles. That's absolutely incredible. Of all different sizes as well, of course, because there's the regular champagne bottle, which we're used to.
Yes.
But they go up to, what's the biggest ones?
At the Pommery estate, it will be the Salmanazar, which is about 12 bottles of champagne, weighs 18 kilos.
18 kilos,
yes.
Okay. And just next to where you are, there's the Villa de...
Demoiselle.
Demoiselle, tell us about that.
Yes, this is where actually we have the Champagne Pommery and Demoiselle and Diamant. It's a house that was created and ordered by Henri Vanier, who used to be Madame Pommery's financial director. And he was an art lover, and especially about Art Deco and Art Nouveau.
And I know that up on your place there's a fantastic view of Reims as well.
Oh yes, we have the cathedral right there.
You guys are very well situated, aren't you? And also, there's one thing to finish on the history. I know that you have lots of old bottles hanging around there that we can set our eyes on. Is it actually possible to buy some of those old vintage bottles?
Yes, of course. It's part of what we call the Millésime d'Or. So it's a private collection that people could, of course, buy, but they have to be quite patient.
What do you mean?
Because they still have their sediment inside, so we have to disgorge them. We have to add the special liquor we put inside, clean them, not too much. They have to be a little bit dusty. Put a special
those bottles have been there a long time.
Exactly. So that could take about 8 months before they really get delivered to their new bottle.
There's a whole process to follow.
Exactly.
If you want to make yourself some kind of very special gift.
Yes.
For you or for your clients, of course.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Well, thank you so much for coming here and telling us all that's on offer at the Champagne Pommery House and the great champagne houses of the region, Christine. Yes. What a great guest here for us today.
Thank you.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but Christine, you've got me feeling kind of thirsty, so I think maybe it's time for you and I to go and have a little glass of champagne.
Oh, with pleasure.
Okay, so we'll do that.
Perfect.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon in Reims, in the Champagne region. Bye-bye.